TikTokers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having the best day ever. Okay, hi, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we're gonna be changing the pace a little bit because it is absolutely needed. I did a community post about this, but I'm just gonna preface it here. We have done a lot of Trisha Moses, Ethan Ela, all of these videos recently surrounding the mess that has been unfolding online. Literally so many videos recently, and so much has happened within the past 24 hours. But at the same time, there is so much information and stuff that has happened from the past like 2 weeks. So I thought we may as well get into that, and in a couple days time I will pick up the pace again with all of those news stories and catch you up to date again with it. But like, honestly, I think we all need a little bit of a Trisha cleanse, and I mean that in the most respectful way possible. So we have all of these other stories to cover, and let's get to them. And I am so excited to hear about your opinion on other stuff as well, because literally it has been Trisha. And that gets a lot whenever Trisha is doing so many different narratives at once, and then I'm trying to convey to you the different narrative that's being approached this time. And if you're not watching every single video, you're like, Adam, it looks like you're lying in this video. And I'm like, babe, I'm not lying. I'm just trying to tell the story that's happening now, which contradicts Trisha's story of the last time. So, whew, wow, starting off, again, I hope you're having a great day. We're starting off with what the is happening with Jeffree Star. I have got some great news. It is our favorite time, both mine and yours. I be reading the comment section. Today's video is sponsored by Adam and Eve. Now, Adam and Eve is a store that has all of your needs. AdamandEve.com, and I got a code for you. You know, y'all be using it the fuck out of it, and I'm so happy for you. Code Adam50 for 50% off one item and free shipping in the US and Canada, and of course they ship everywhere else, and discreet packaging. I said secret last time, meant to say discreet, and everyone trolled on me. Discreet packaging so you can have your fun and nobody knows, and you can use my great code Adam50, 50% off one item and free shipping in the US and Canada, and ships everywhere else as well. 90-day no hassle return, 24/7 customer service. There's everything to love about this, and of course I got you, so make sure to go use it. Okay, on with the video. Mwah. Now, if you're wondering, that is a name that we haven't talked about in quite some time, nor anyone really hearing about this name in quite some time, and that is because Jeffree has kind of taken a different approach with his career. I didn't mean career in that he is very successful. I just meant a different, I don't even know what I meant by that. I think I was, let's move on. So Jeffree recently has basically been in his cottagecore era, his farmer era. He is no longer the glitz and glam and makeup and all this. He is a farmer, and all love to the farmers out there. Jeffree Star is just someone that I did not think was one of y'all. And I still really don't think he's one of y'all, and I'll get to my real reasons on why I think he's, you know, moved to Colorado and farming and has all of these yaks, which is big animals. I think the reason for that is because he pays less tax if he is a farmer and has farming land, allegedly. But I'm not gonna say my opinion. So anyway, now Jeffree has trademarked a lot of things that have to do with the farming and the yaks. Now, if you do not know, this is Jeffree and his yaks. Let me just turn down the brightness so that you can see my lovely. This is Jeffree and one of his yaks. They are these huge animals that I did not know existed. Now, again, I'm not going to explain to you what a yak is, kind of because I still don't know, but it looks like some sort of bull, I don't know. But Jeffree has been loving them, and he has been living this new life, as we see right here. Still with like the Gucci jacket, love it, out in the farm. Now, it's interesting to note that we've talked about that all of these YouTubers who have faced like big cancellations have kind of gone away and done their own thing, but their own thing has been a completely new venture. You know, we're seeing Shane and Rylan go from glitz and glamour to farmers, and we saw Jeffree do it as well, and it's kind of like that era of them. Maybe Trisha's next. Are we getting farmer Trisha? We'll wait and see. So people were wondering what was the thing with Jeffree and the yaks. Now, initially, it kind of just looked like he was a farmer and he was, you know, housing the animals and having a great time with the animals. Now it's turned to something a little bit more because he is now starting to trademark things to do with them, which is a very interesting move because is this the approach that Jeffree Star Cosmetics is going to go down? Who knows? By the way, I'm thinking of doing a live stream on my second channel today. I've been posting a video on there every single day. It's like a completely different side of me if you want to see it. It'll be linked below. Please subscribe. Come check it out if you want. And yeah, there's live streams over there happening all the time as well. Just turn on notifications as well. You'll be alerted. Let's have a fun time. So go check that out if you want. So I'm going to be going through an article by Kat Tembarge. Now, I waited a bit to do this because I like having journalist articles have their moment, and then, you know, I can talk about them without feeling guilty that I'm like reading off, you know, their words. So this was posted literally at the start of the month, and again, Kat, I fuck with you, it'll be linked below. So it basically talks about Jeffree Star called his yaks magical creatures and majestic creatures, and he has now trademarked the Star Yak Ranch butchering. Like butchering. Now, Jeffree came out on Instagram stories and was saying about how he just has to register everything under the sun to protect himself. But it's very weird that the main trademark here that's happening is for meat production of the yaks. And I just thought these yaks were his besties. You know what I mean? I literally was like, good for him. He has these new besties now. They won't be spilling the tea. They won't be getting him into controversies. Yeah, the reason for that is because he'll be eating them. He won't. He won't. That's a joke. That's a joke. Allegedly. That's a joke. Oh my god, that is... I don't mean that. It's just bad comical timing. But it really does seem that he is going to milk... Can you milk yaks? But anyway, metaphorically, milk the shit out of them. So basically, it says that Jeffree Star said that he trademarked Star Yak Ranch to protect his business expanding. Now again, it's just really interesting because Jeffree has went from, and I'm all for rebranding, but Jeffree has went from the makeup mogul, you know, the face of beauty on YouTube, whether we want to admit it or not, to this. Anyway, it says that Jeffree Star bought a 1.1 million Wyoming ranch and a herd of yaks. Now again, I was reading a bunch of things online that was saying that Jeffree has, you know, like a couple yaks, but for him to be like fully classed as a farmer, or for him to have some sort of like permission of land or some bullshit like that. I'm not a farmer, I don't understand it, so hopefully one of you can clarify it in the comments. It was like he needed like 200 yaks or something like that. Like he needs a lot of said animal to like register the property like that. Now again, that may be worded wrong, it probably is. If you're out there and you know about this, it was something online ages ago, and I was searching and searching and searching to find it. It was like, he needs to have literally hundreds of yaks to like class himself as something, or like sell them as something, or what, something along those lines. Please help me out. So it says that Star trademarked the brand for categories like yarn, pet food, and butchering services. Now, to my understanding of us seeing the trademarks, does this mean that we're getting a Jeffree Star pet shop soon? Because, listen, how... I don't want to say how bad have things gotten that he has to do this, because it's a great business venture, I think. But it's just such a 180 from what he was doing 6 months ago. Like, we're getting Jeffree Star pet shops? Jeffree Star pet food? Like, dog food with Jeffree Star's face on it? Cat food with Jeffree Star's face on it? Are you able to go to the pet shop and pick me up some Jeffree Star Cosmetics dog food? Anyway. So it says that Jeffree Star says that his plans for his newly acquired herd of yaks will soon be revealed. Now again, all of the trademarks start leaked online, so he kind of like jumped ahead and was like, you know, soon I'll tell you the reason for this, because things were already starting to leak online, which probably really pissed him off. But again, it's all like public information, and nothing is happening except brushing them, loving them, and feeding them, Jeffree Star says, because it started going off online. Is Jeffree Star going to be a butcher with all of his majestic yaks? So anyway, in a Snapchat story, Jeffree Star said that he now has his Star Yak Ranch that he's been building. He also has an Instagram on it. He hasn't really been promoting it in any way. He just kind of posts on it. It's literally like Star Yak Ranch, and he just posts like, I'm gonna actually pull it up, like daily pictures with the yaks. And again, it is not something that he's really promoting. So I wonder if eventually this is gonna be like a hard release, you know, where he's pushing this everywhere. But yeah, it has 70,000 followers online. I am following it. It is it's just entertaining to follow. It's so like not Jeffree to me. It says, a privately owned yak ranch in the outskirts of Casper, Wyoming. Not open to the public. Thank you. Oh, it has its own website. Star Yak Ranch. So here is the logo. Now, again, first of all, in taking aside Jeffree Star, I want to know your opinion of this logo. I hate it. I think it's giving me very much so tacky restaurant. But again, if you like it, good for you. It says a privately owned, you know, in Wyoming, exactly the same as it says on Instagram. So then he has 25 posts on it, and the posts are literally just like the yaks, Jeffree in like a Jeffree in a juicy couture with the yaks. So again, there is a lot of them, but not as much as what, you know, necessarily like a big farm would have. So maybe that is on the horizon of him having this. It is, here we have Jeffree on the tractor. Now again, I mean this video from a very like curious point of view. It is such an interesting rebrand that it just seems that, you know, this is his new life. Good for him. I mean, it's keeping him out of the drama. It's keeping him, I don't know actually. It's just, it's so bizarre. So beyond. So anyway, that is the yak. There's an Instagram story. So he's posting on this page almost more so than he's posting on his normal Jeffree Star page. Now again, I can't get onto his Jeffree Star page to see that because he does have me blocked. But we'll just assume. Also, they're opening a Jeffree Star cosmetics store in Derry, where I'm from, which is a very small town in Ireland, which is very surprising to me. And there is speculating that he is going to be doing like a meet and greet there, as well as like a meet and greet in Belfast and all these like small towns in Ireland. And besties, let's go. Let's go to it. It'll be fun. I think so. Okay, so anyway, back to this article. So he's talking about that he now has Wyoming-based LLC, and he filed for that around like August time. So it said that on Tuesday, Insider reported on public filings that showed Star's new self-titled LLC in Wyoming filed to trademark Star Yak Ranch across several categories relating to farming and agriculture. I'm not gonna repeat it again, but it's just such a wild turn of events. So these are big creatures, obviously, and again, there are a lot of them. My painting setup is about to fall over, which is why you just got kicked. I apologize for that. So there was a lot of tweets blowing up online saying that why has Jeffree Star gone from makeup to butchering animals, and Jeffree cleared that up by saying he's not doing that, he just wanted to trademark it, which again is a bit shady in my opinion, because he's saying that like, oh, we need to make sure no other company can come along and do that butchering, but it's like, would a company really with a big like go against like Jeffree Star and try to do butchering on that? No, in my opinion. And he's saying that he's not doing that now, but y'all, he's filed for it. He literally filed for it, so you can make your own conclusions. But if Jeffree Star starts selling butchered meat in the future, yak meat, don't be surprised. At least that's all I'm saying. So Jeffree was responding to all the criticism again by calling them majestic creatures. He said that we've been filming so much stuff and he can't wait to, you know, put it out there. So I think that eventually he'll probably, you know, do his YouTube channel into like a documentary series about turning to the yaks. But here we have the public filings. So you can take what you want from this, and I'm kind of taking what I take from this. But it basically is yaks to class, statements, so description of mark, goods and services. So here we go. That was the Jeffree Star voodoo. 2 glasses filled with water just spilled over, and my art easel just fell into my paints, which then fell on the floor, and now the floor is gonna need bleached. That is the Jeffree Star voodoo. But you know what, Jeffree? Nothing keeps me down. I'll be cleaning that up after. Okay, so it says, the mark consists of a circle with the star and the yak in the middle. So that is the trademark logo. The word ranch is in capital letters, whatever. So here is what Jeffree is basically, and again, Jeffree can say, I don't mean it like that, I don't mean it like that, but if you file for something, you file for something for a reason. So this is the next business move of Jeffree that we can assume, and again, no matter how much he says no, 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 he publicly filed for these things to be licensed completely to him for the goods of sale. Natural fiber and natural fiber from yaks. So are we getting like Tatty Beauty from Jeffree soon? I don't know, my interpretation. Clothing. So is that yak merchandise? Is that the logo on a shirt? Or is that like yak clothing, if you know what I mean? Pet food, edible pet treats, live animals, namely yaks. So I guess selling the yaks as well. I don't know. This is literally my interpretation from it. I don't know how to read these documents. Take it with a pinch of salt. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Butcher shops. Butcher. Whatever you can. And then butchering underneath. Now again, these two things have been filed, which means that Jeffree Star sat down with the intent of ticking this box that he wants this covered. Butcher shops. I don't actually know how to pronounce that word properly. Butcher. I think I say butcher. I don't fucking know. The thing where they, that to animals anyway. That shops and the act of doing it. Bitch, it has been filed. I cannot imagine going into like one of them shops, you know, where they have like the meat like rotating and all like that, and like Jeffree Star is serving you, and he's like, hi, how are ya? What do you want today? Yaks. Like, fuck me. Okay, and breeding and stud services for yaks. So his majestic creatures seem to be being sold out here by Jeffree. Again, there's no way of denying that. All of these things, literally from clothing to food for them to eating them, to them eating, to breeding them, to studying them. Wow, Jeffree, you've got everything covered. Fuck's sake. So, according to the public filing, he plans to sell yak products like yak yarn and pet food from yak meat. How bad is the cosmetics world for you, Jeffree, that you're doing this? Respectfully. In the most respectful way. Good on you. In the most respectful way. Alright, okay, so you can also like do that with like getting like yak cheese and stuff like that, I'm pretty aware. So, just they're very exploited. Good for them. Not really, let's not go there. Okay, so since August of 2020, Jeffree Star has been documenting his move from LA to Casper, going from a city of nearly 4 million people to one of 58,000. He purchased the 1.1 million thing and says he owns over 500 acres of property and more than 40 yaks. So a lot. He also has shocked longtime fans of his, you know, California era by selling his mansion for 14.6 million. And he has been saying that he really wants to document this journey, and that he has. So, I honestly wonder whether this is going to be something that Jeffree posts on his YouTube channel, or is more of like a YouTube original if they would work with him, or maybe like a Netflix, you know, of him moving from one to one. I can see it actually being like a Netflix show or some sort of documentary beyond his YouTube channel. And again, it could just be posted on his YouTube channel, but it's just very interesting to me that glitz and glam, yak fur, right? I mean, it's great to try new things in life, definitely. It's just such a shocking change. But I want to know where you're at with it. Because people talked about this, and I think because it's Jeffree and he's not in the limelight anymore, you know, obviously, like, there's less of a conversation with him. But I'm just so interested in it. It's so fascinating to me. Like, beyond all of these stories, this one is like, because we have so limited information, what is he doing out there? Wow. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about below. Thank you so much for watching this video. And bye. God.